What is up, 12s? The heart is still pounding after that historic ring. But the NFL world never sleeps, and what I have to tell you today is going to rattle some nerves. We are on top of the world, but the price of glory is starting to knock on our door, and the news coming in is breathtaking. Big players are eyeing our roster, and the future of our offense is on the line. You are not going to believe what we have today. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's get straight into it. We are pushing for that 1,000 subscriber goal. So make sure to subscribe and strengthen the loudest fan base in the league. The Super Bowl 60 hangover is a real thing. But for the Seahawks front office, the heavy lifting is just getting started, and the situation looking ahead is pure tension. Just imagine, we just hoisted the Lombardi and proved everyone wrong. But now the rest of the league is looking at our roster like a buffet line. Bleacher Report analyst Christopher Knox just dropped a bombshell that is keeping fans awake at night. We are facing a potential mass exodus. Success attracts predators, and our championship puzzle could be taken apart piece by piece if John Schneider doesn't act with surgical precision. We already lost defensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, which is a massive blow to the continuity of the system that got us here. But the hole could get much deeper. Several names who were pillars of this run are seeing their contracts expire and are ready to test the market as free agents right now. We are talking about guys like Rick Woolen, the explosive Rashid Shaheed, Josh Jobe, and safety Kobe Bryant. To make it even tougher for us to swallow, even Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III could see astronomical offers from rivals looking to weaken the reigning champs. Schneider took a lot of heat last year when he moved on from Geno Smith and DK Metcalf, but he proved he had a master plan. Now the challenge is tripled. He has to keep the core together without blowing the budget, avoiding that classic Super Bowl slump that ruins promising franchises. If we lose the majority of these talents and see more assistants follow Kubiak out of town, the team taking the field in 2026 might just be a shadow of what we just watched shine. The pressure is huge because we have a target on our backs now. Every win next season will be earned against teams playing like it is their own championship game just to take down the Kings. The fans are torn between the euphoria of the title and the fear of seeing this special group vanish. Schneider has shown he has ice in his veins, but keeping this many rising stars while the rest of the league waves blank checks is going to take some unprecedented cap magic. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. While the fear of losing key pieces haunts the halls of Lumen Field, there is a silver lining in the finances that could completely change this game of chess. The situation is tense, but Seattle kept an ace up their sleeve that few teams at the top of the league have today. We are heading into this offseason with the fifth most cap space in the entire NFL, a mountain of $73 million available for strategic moves. That isn't just a cold number. It is real power to ensure our future stays bright. The main targets for this investment already have names: Jackson Smith-Njigba and Devin Witherspoon. These two aren't just prospects anymore. They became the soul of Seattle on both sides of the ball. JSN was simply the offensive player of the year, taking our passing game to levels no one predicted, while Witherspoon established himself as an all-pro who terrifies opposing quarterbacks. Now, both are finally eligible for contract extensions, and the front office knows they can't blink. The market projects JSN could command around $24 million a year, putting him at the top of the elite receiver class. Witherspoon should hover around $20 million. I know some people get nervous thinking about committing over $45 million of the cap to just two players at once, but we're talking about generational talents who sustain our winning window. The secret here, and what makes me confident in John Schneider, is how these deals are built. We can do what we did with Charles Cross, pushing the bigger cap hits to later years to keep our financial breathing room for right now. Even after paying these two superstars, we would still have about $28 million left to find new help or bring back role players. This is a defining moment for the franchise. Deciding to pay up now is a statement. Seattle doesn't want to be a one-hit wonder. Seattle wants to build a dynasty. The 12s are screaming for them to stay, and seeing these two locked in long-term would bring huge peace of mind for the title defense. Schneider's planning was flawless to get us here with this much cash. But wait, because what comes next is even more incredible. All of this financial and strategic stability carries so much more weight when you look at who is holding the reins on the field. The skepticism around Sam Darnold was always a lingering shadow, but what we saw in Super Bowl 60 permanently flipped the script on his career. It isn't just me, a diehard fan, saying this. NFL legend Kurt Warner, someone who knows all about being counted out and rising up, went public to validate exactly what we all felt. Warner was emphatic that Darnold proved he is much more than just a talented arm. He established himself as an elite leader under the heaviest pressure the sport can throw at you. During that 29-13 win over the Patriots, Darnold wasn't just a passenger on a team carried by the defense. He was the conductor. Warner pointed out that even in a game dominated by heavy defensive schemes, Darnold's poise was what allowed our offense to move when it mattered most. He made smart decisions, didn't force unnecessary balls, and knew exactly when to push the tempo to capitalize on scoring chances. His stats might not have shattered yardage records, but his intangibles are what brought the trophy back to Seattle. Seeing an icon like Warner break down Darnold's growth and highlight how he stood tall in front of the whole world is the final proof that Schneider hit a home run by trusting him. This performance on the biggest stage silenced the loudest critics and gave our quarterback a renewed confidence that could take his game even higher in 2026. Now, the conversation has changed. We aren't asking if Darnold can lead us anymore. We are asking how far he can take us now that he has that weight off his shoulders. This emotional momentum is the perfect fuel for a team that plans to ignore the title hangover and chase a back-to-back championship. The blessing from league legends and the stone-cold performance of a champion have turned Darnold into the face of a new era in Seattle. The future has never looked more secure, with number 14 under center, finally finding his home and his ultimate glory. The view from the top is great, but the wind blows a lot harder against the champions. We saw that the risk of the team breaking up is real, with coaches leaving and teams hunting our stars. But Seattle has the bankroll and a leader on the field who finally earned the respect he deserves. John Schneider's challenge will be balancing the heart of the fans with the cold reality of the numbers to keep this dynasty rolling. Do you think we should pay whatever it takes to keep every free agent, or just focus on locking down JSN and Witherspoon? Drop a comment, leave a like, and make sure to subscribe.